The Boston Celtics just clinched the NBA Finals a few weeks ago. But guess what? The race for the next title is already heating up. The stage is set, and 58 fresh faces are stepping into the spotlight from the 2024 NBA Draft. Every team, from the legendary Los Angeles Lakers to the rising Atlanta Hawks and even the rebuilding San Antonio Spurs, is banking on their new additions to elevate their game. The thirst for glory has never been stronger, especially after years of falling short. But here's the twist. Whispers around this year's draft class suggest a shocking lack of star power. Fans and analysts alike are left wondering, can any of these prospects truly alter the fate of struggling franchises? With rumors hinting that only a handful are ready to make an immediate impact, patience might be the toughest ask yet for loyal fans eagerly awaiting their team's next savior. So, who are the hidden gems of the 2024 NBA Draft? Which teams will uncover the next big superstar? And who will come out as the ultimate winners of this year's draft class? It's no secret that this year's NBA draft class lacks the talent of past drafts. But no NBA general manager went as far to say that there's no potential franchise players in this year's selections. This is an absolutely awful draft. There's no guy that projects as a franchise player. No one that even stands out as the number one pick. This is the type of draft that gets someone fired if they get the number one pick. The 2024 NBA Draft has already set sky-high expectations, buoyed by the emergence of Victor Wembanyama as last year's standout top pick. This year's class, while not as star-studded, still offers teams promising players who can serve as foundational pieces or reliable rotation members. No prospect in this draft is a complete product. Even top-ranked players have evident weaknesses that'll shape their careers. However, some excel in specific areas that ensure they'll carve out in NBA rotations for years to come. It reminds me of the 2013 draft when Anthony Bennett went number 1. It has good role players, ready-to-play-now guys. It just doesn't have all-stars, or ones that you know are going to be all-stars, a Western Conference executive told Fox Sports' Rick Butcher back in May. This uncertainty might just be the biggest reason for all the grumbling. It's a bad draft for GMs, executives, and scouts concerned about job security. In fact, there's a higher than normal chance that the player they choose winds up making less impact or having a shorter career than a player taken 10 picks later. While the 2013 draft yielded only 3 All-Stars, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Victor Oladipo, and Rudy Gobert, it also had a dozen solid role players who are still in the league today. They just weren't all taken at the top of the draft. Conversely, it saw high-profile disappointments like Anthony Bennett, who exited the league within 5 years. Echoing this sentiment, an Eastern Conference executive noted, "There are good players in this draft. The issue is, even in the top 3, there are no franchise changers. It's basically 2013 without Giannis." The 2024 draft class is being evaluated based on star power, with top picks Zachary Rizacher from France and Alexander Sarr from Australia entering the NBA draft without the traditional college basketball background. This lack of familiarity has left the public lukewarm toward the headline names, with greater interest centering on the destinations of college standouts such as Zach Edey. You know what's funny? It seems like the most talked about player in the 2024 draft class is Bronny James, who ended up as a second-round pick. LeBron James made headlines by stating his desire to play alongside his son.
I need to be on the floor with my boy. I got to be on the floor with Bronny. Same uniform, a matchup.
This declaration set off a chain reaction, influencing teams' draft strategies and fueling endless debates. The Los Angeles Lakers, keenly aware of LeBron's wishes, saw an opportunity to secure their superstar's commitment for the foreseeable future. By drafting Bronny, they aimed to create a compelling incentive for LeBron to remain with the team. Even James' agent, Rich Paul, reportedly advised specific teams to pass on Bronny in the second round of the 2024 NBA Draft, according to ESPN's Bob Myers. Paul allegedly threatened to send Bronny to Australia if any other teams picked him. As the rumors of the Lakers' intentions spread, other teams quickly adjusted their strategies, and they didn't seem as eager to follow suit. They calculated that the risk of drafting Bronny, with all the attendant media attention and pressure, outweighed the potential reward of possibly luring LeBron. This dynamic added another layer of complexity to the draft, as teams weighed the unprecedented scenario of a father-son duo against their own strategic goals. Bronny did eventually find a great landing spot with the Lakers, yet his role as a rookie remains unclear. How will he fit into the team's plans, and will he secure significant playing time? Much will be made about Bronny's chances at success or failure after a modest freshman season at USC, where he averaged only 4.8 points per game on 36.6% shooting from the field. Despite these numbers, he remains a promising draft prospect with potential, though he's unlikely to become a star. His path to success depends upon developing into a reliable role player. While other prospects compare themselves to their father or other superstars in the league, Bronny has compared himself to Drew Holiday, Davion Mitchell, and Derek White. Shooting was a challenge for James, hitting only 26.7% of his three-point attempts, but his form looked sharper in combine drills. If he does fulfill his potential, then he should be a capable catch-and-shoot player. He already has the endorsement of his father. However, if he's never able to develop that three-point shot, then he's probably not sticking in the NBA. Teams are simply going to sag way off him to help on other players, which will render him unplayable. In a fortunate guard position with the Lakers, Bronny can thrive alongside established stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. His role is going to be straightforward. Catch the ball when those guys draw the attention of the defense, then shoot open threes or attack closeouts. When Bronny does dribble, he's a solid finisher with good passing vision, making unselfish plays consistently. He's also an effective cutter, well suited for Coach Redick's anticipated offense, which will likely involve more split cuts and passing through the Lakers' big men. Bronny will naturally fit into the new system. James' best attribute on the court is currently his defense. He's adept at getting over and through screens while maintaining his level in a defensive stance. There aren't many lapses when guarding off the ball, which is a plus for his attentiveness. The Lakers were a good defense last season behind Davis and LeBron, but D'Angelo Russell's perimeter defense was a weakness in the playoffs. Austin Reeves has been okay, but he's not a stopper. Bronny could be a situational guy to throw in when teams begin picking on the Lakers' other guards. Measuring at 6 foot 1.5 inches with a 6 foot 7.25 wingspan and sturdy physique, Bronny compensates for his height with strength and length. His passing ability shines in fast-paced situations, contributing to team transitions, a strength that aligns well with the Lakers' fast break style, where he could feature prominently alongside his father, creating memorable plays. One thing Bronny has definitely inherited from his father is the bizarre subset of people rooting for a teenager to fail miserably. Rather than being praised for his work ethic and overcoming a cardiac arrest incident that could have killed him had he not received immediate medical care, Bronny is underestimated and even dismissed. His detractors will focus on his father rather than him, insisting that he's only being given these opportunities because of his dad. Bronny's presence dominated draft talks, leaving a mixed taste in people's mouths. Critics argue that his hype overshadowed other talents.
The first pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Zachary Rizache.
The 19-year-old French small forward is one of the draft's most promising players, combining polish and potential. It's easy to picture him thriving in a 3-and-D role early in his NBA career, but his flashes of ball handling and vision let the imagination run wild with thoughts of him eventually becoming a high-end playmaker. The Hawks have struggled since their 2021 Eastern Conference Finals run, with first-round exits and missing the playoffs last season. Despite elite talents like Trae Young and Jalen Johnson, they've had difficulty finding cohesiveness. Atlanta's 3% chance of landing the top spot pick became a reality, and they hope the Frenchman will add his all-around game to form a cohesive glue around their established names. Even if he doesn't reach his full potential, he'll still be a helpful support player and probably a rock-solid starter who defends multiple positions, splashes open shots, and makes smart, simple reads on offense. If he does approach his ultimate ceiling, he could one day emerge as a versatile wing, a rarity outside the draft. Rizache's draft evaluation is considered reasonable. While he ticks off numerous qualities you look for in a 6'9" wing, he doesn't excel in any particular one. Hawks GM Landry Fields was quick to point out his shooting and ability to guard multiple positions as reasons why he stood out. Rizache shows promise as a modern NBA wing, solid on both ends of the floor. He exhibits good three-point shooting ability and contributes effectively without dominating possession, although he needs to demonstrate consistency in his offensive repertoire, particularly in driving and finishing at the rim. While he started strong, making 48.2% of his threes in his first 34 games, his shooting efficiency dipped to 29.8% over his final 31 games, closer to his career average of 32% from his previous seasons overseas. Additionally, his subpar free throw shooting, averaging around 70% each season, remains an area for improvement to sustain his performance at the highest level. With Sarr off the board to Atlanta, the Washington Wizards wasted no time in selecting the #1 overall player on CBS Sports NBA Draft Prospect Big Board.
The Washington Wizards select Alex Sarr from Toulouse, France, overtime elite.
Alex Sarr fits the mold of a modern-day center who's capable of more than just running rim to rim. His impressive length and athleticism, combined with burgeoning perimeter skills and shot-blocking ability, make for a limitless ceiling. The Wizards, having one of the least competitive rosters in the NBA, were in dire need of talent. Sarr emerged as the top candidate with the potential to become the cornerstone of the franchise's future, filling the void left by the departure of Daniel Gafford. After 2 seasons in the Overtime Elite League, Sarr transitioned to Australia's NBL Next Stars program, further improving his game. Sarr gained valuable professional experience with the Perth Wildcats, averaging 9.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks in 17.3 minutes per game. Renowned for his stellar defense and emerging offensive prowess, the 7-foot center is considered one of the top two-way prospects in his class. Yet, there are ongoing worries about his physicality, prompting the need for significant muscle gain to excel at the highest level. As the excitement around the top picks unfolds, other teams are also making significant moves to bolster their rosters. Take, for example, the San Antonio Spurs, who had a promising draft with the 4th and 8th overall picks. A good position to be in as the team is looking to build around Victor Wembanyama and get back to the playoffs. They were on the hunt for a game changer at point guard, and just when it seemed all hope was lost, they discovered their diamond in the rough: Stephon Castle. His adept playmaking, robust defensive skills, and versatility make him a valuable asset and a perfect fit next to Wemby. Standing at 6'6", Castle can use his physicality and change of pace to create offensive advantages and finish at the rim. He's shown notable passing abilities, crucial for orchestrating effective pick-and-roll plays with Victor. While his shooting may require refinement, Castle's overall potential is highly promising. The Spurs also drafted Juan Núñez at 36th overall. A true point guard by most definitions, Núñez is a pass-first player with a workable shooting foundation who relies on his touch and quickness to get to the basket. Even at the 48th pick, Harrison Ingram stands out as one of the best second-round prospects. His improved jump shot and unique defensive traits make him a prototypical 3-and-D player. Ingram brings energy every time he steps on the court with his offensive rebounds and hustle plays on the defensive end. Offensively, Ingram has developed into a reliable spot-up shooter with the ability to find open teammates. With these additions, the future looks bright for the San Antonio Spurs. When it comes to teams ready to ignite their future with the 2024 draft, the Utah Jazz and Minnesota Timberwolves are sitting on dynamite. The Jazz added some real talent in this draft with 3 picks. They started by selecting forward Cody Williams from the University of Colorado as the 10th overall pick. Later in the first round, they chose guard Isaiah Collier from USC at number 29. Followed by center Kyle Flapowski from Duke at number 32 in the second round. These additions provide depth and potential for the team's rotation. Given their current position, the Jazz might focus on developing these talents, possibly aiming to enhance their roster through future drafts, like targeting Cooper Flagg, who's expected to be the number 1 overall pick in 2025. But for now, this was a home run draft for the Jazz as they look to build for the future. The Timberwolves don't have many gaps to fill after their impressive run to the Western Conference Finals, but they managed to improve on draft night. Tim Connolly made a bold move, trading a top 1 protected first-round swap in 2030 and an unprotected first round in 2031 for the number 8 pick in this year's draft, where the Wolves selected Kentucky point guard Rob Dillingham. Dillingham is the best shot creator in the entire class. He's an elusive player capable of firing jumpers from anywhere. Anthony Edwards was already a must-watch player in the playoffs, and adding Dillingham could make for an electrifying duo. The Kentucky guard isn't just a bucket getter. As a freshman, he began developing his playmaking. And what's Dillingham best at as a passer? Throwing lobs. That's good news for Rudy Gobert. Dillingham will probably take a backseat at first, but with all of Minnesota's length protecting his tiny frame on defense, it wouldn't be a shocker if he's earning big minutes sooner than expected. Oh, by the way, the Wolves also used the number 27 pick on Terrence Shannon Jr., who averaged 23 points at Illinois this past season and is a relentless downhill attacker. Shannon will provide more creation of Minnesota's bench, and with his toned, 220-pound frame and 6'9" wingspan, he's displayed flashes of super versatile defense. There's a good chance that both will immediately be plugged into the Wolves' rotation. Besides uniting LeBron James with his eldest son Bronny in the iconic purple and gold, the Lakers scored big in the 2024 NBA draft when Dalton Knecht fell to them at number 17. What an incredible steal. The Tennessee senior was a lottery-grade talent and a walking bucket at the college level. As a 23-year-old player with a refined offensive skill set, Knecht is a potential immediate contributor capable of scoring from day one. He offers the Los Angeles Lakers a much-needed three-point shooting threat, hitting tough shots from all over the court. Last season, he averaged 21.7 points per game and drained 39.7% of his catch-and-shoot threes. There isn't a shot Knecht can't make. He's confident shooting off screens, handoffs, or relocations. His size and strength will help his scoring ability translate to the NBA level seamlessly. And since he can handle the ball well, he and AD could develop synergy in the two-man game for years to come. Now, head coach J.J. Redick will have a field day drawing up sets to create open looks for Knecht. Can the Lakers finally overcome their recent struggles and return to championship contention? Only time will tell. The NBA draft is always a treasure trove of talent waiting to be unearthed. Take a deeper dive into recent history and you find that each and every year there's at least one drafted player who goes on to become an unexpected star. Jimmy Butler was the 30th pick in 2011. Draymond Green was 35th in 2012. Nikola Jokic was 41st in 2014. Devin Booker was 15th in 2015. Pascal Siakam was 27th in 2016. Bam Adebayo was 14th in 2017. Jalen Brunson was 33rd in 2018. And the list continues with each passing year. When a team successfully finds these sleepers, it can significantly alter the future of their franchise. While no stars have yet to reveal themselves for this year's draft, history's telling us they're hiding somewhere in plain sight. Who do you think will surprise us this time around? Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.